Welcome back to the basement, the friendliest place on YouTube! This week we had some incredibly awesome announcements.
That's right, and the least of which is not Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So we're going to play a little bit of regular old Breath of the Wild 1, the non-prequel, the OG, and but fight and have ourselves a fighting good time. And also we're going to talk about how the basement feels about the announcement of this game and the fact that it's coming in November, which is soon.
Oh, I love that Nintendo's been doing that recently, and I think that that's going to be a really, really cool staple.
For sure.
That they just, like, surprise the game is done, instead of, like, surprise, wait 5 years.
Well, we waited a very long time without a Direct, and now we've basically almost had a September Direct in a handful of pieces, because
I'm kind of glad about that. The
there was
Directs
the
are okay,
Pikmin
but
port from Wii U, and there's the Mario 3D Splosion, and there's Age of Calamity, the Hyrule Warriors prequel. Now, it's coming in November, and they just announced it, and they said more announcements are coming September 26th.
Ooh.
That's the next update. So if you go and just watch the trailer itself on Nintendo's YouTube channel, it says next update 9/26. So keep your ear to the ground for that. But I'm excited for this, and I'm also a little hesitant about it.
Really? Why?
Well, okay, so the original Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, I like that game, but I had to decide that I liked it as a Dynasty Warriors-esque game that just happened to be Zelda skin.
Yeah,
if that
was me
makes
too.
sense.
I love Dynasty Warriors games. They're just like beating up tons and tons of enemies.
Yes, and it's
so much fun.
It's not a Zelda game, but it is a very cool game, and it's a fun thing that could be in a Zelda game in the future. Can you imagine if that were just like mixed into the game once in a while?
Whoa.
As almost like an event, like the first time you get to this one location, there's literally just 350 enemies in it, or 1,000 enemies in it, or whatever, and you've got to Hyrule Warriors your way through it. I don't know, that might be a bad idea. But, so I did feel a little let down by the original Hyrule Warriors just a bit, because I was hoping for it to feel a little more like Zelda. And it almost seems like they stuck that mini map in that looks like the original Zelda map on the NES, you know? After they finished, because they were like, make it more Zelda.
Yeah.
Almost like they got done, like,
the event mode or adventure mode.
This is just a Dynasty Warriors game with Link as the fighter and other Zelda characters. But this one that's coming up, boy, it not only does it look like Breath of the Wild, it is Breath of the Wild assets. I mean, they worked, the software developer, they worked with Nintendo. It looks like Nintendo did, like, loaned the assets and maybe did the cutscenes. And what's also exciting is that it's the story of 100 years before Breath of the Wild, in which, of course, Link's been asleep for 100 years, and that's how Breath of the Wild begins. So we get to see all the stuff that was constantly alluded to in this game finally actually happen, and we get to be a part of it. It remains to be seen just how much more Zelda and less Dynasty Warriors with a Zelda skin this prequel is, and it remains to be seen how thorough and good of a job they do with the story. And even if the story is great, if we can, like, fight as Tingle or something, it's really gonna kind of pull me out of the immersion, you know?
Yeah, I kind of hope it's, like, just set to the people that were around.
Right, because, like, in Hyrule Warriors, you could fight as Fi.
Yeah.
And some other stuff, and it was like, yeah, that's cool, but also it's obviously just kind of a joke, you know? Like, I don't think they meant it to feel super serious and great. I don't know. So this is kind of a stream of consciousness video where we both just talk about our thoughts about the game coming up. Now, it is coming in November. That's exciting. We're absolutely going to get it here in the basement. We're going to play it. And I haven't even talked to Ted about that, but I'm so confident that I could just say it out loud.
You know, I was thinking this might be the time where we don't play a Zelda game. Like, no. At this peak of excitement and...
Incorrect. But it's coming soon, and it'll be on the channel, like, right away. It'll come out, and we'll be making videos on it. So, yeah, I'm excited to play. I don't know if it'll be co-op.
I'm guessing it'll be co-op. I mean, that's one of the things that's pretty clear that they are very, very adamant about focusing on with the Switch.
Yeah,
is that co-op matters.
Right. Well, I mean, their idea of video games is just so, Microsoft and Sony is very much like pro gamer, like sit down with
a computer.
Yeah, and like a
headphones
climate controlled chair.
Yeah, with a massage
snacks nearby and just like marathon, like 8-hour session, And Nintendo's more like, they almost treat it like it's a board game.
Or a toy.
Like a party game.
Well, I mean, Nintendo was originally a toy company, and you can see that come through in all the different things that they've released over the years. Like, not to get this video off topic, but I mean, Mario Kart, Home Circuit, or whatever it's called, like, that's totally a toy they're selling.
And it seems
that happens to be connected to a video game.
Right, yes. But it seems to be very much like tied to the criticism that they're too gimmicky, motion controls and I don't know. There was Rob the Robot for the NES, and then there was the big stinking bazooka for the Super Nintendo. Remember that?
Oh yeah, dude, I got one of those sitting in my house.
I wish I still had mine. I sold
Super
it at
Scope.
some point. Yeah, Super Scope. That's what it's called.
But that
dude, why are you finding Koroks instead of fighting?
I don't know. I hope Koroks make an appearance in Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. I think it would be a really good move for Nintendo to do that.
You had one job while I rambled about the game, and that was to fight.
No, we're doing that. We're fighting.
Okay.
I just saw this cool cave, and I was like,
That's a very me thing to do, to stop and get distracted at every little thing along the way.
Yeah, but I think I might have. Oh no, I didn't turn the wrong way yet.
So now this definitely means that almost certainly 99% plus that Breath of the Wild 2 is not coming out this year.
I think it would be a bad move for them to release Breath of the Wild 2
if they're
Christmas
doing
time.
the unofficial prequel, the Hyrule Warriors version right now. So
this is the cool thing, though. It's like it's unofficial. It's made by a different company, but it looks like it's very official. Like they're gonna make sure that
if they're filling in the gaps of the story and Nintendo's working with them, it's like, is this gonna be canon? Hyrule Warriors is not.
Right.
But when a game's not canon, it's almost like, okay, well, it's not really a Zelda game then. Like there's something. There's something just less exciting about a non-canon game, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially for Zelda, you want that. You want the story to continue. You want the myth to deepen.
Yeah.
But man, I'm just so stinking pumped about it.
Well, yeah, I think it's...
And I'm sure it's going to be multiplayer. It might be one of those games where you have to have 2 Switches, with a game cartridge.
Fortunately, we do. In the basement. That's not the end of the video.
Not yet, anyway. In the basement. Just kidding, that's not either. Had you going there. Choo-choos. Choo-choos will be a playable character in Hyrule Warriors.
Not. Maybe they could be an enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my hope. My hope is that it feels more like a Zelda game than the original Hyrule Warriors did. It could still feel like a Warriors game. I just want it to feel a little more Zelda-y, which it looks like it's going to. And I want them to take the story seriously, which it looks like they're going to.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want it to feel too silly or goofy.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little worried about. I think it's going to do that a little bit just because, like, look at this game. This game is a really awesome, super in-depth, like, really beautiful, deep game.
And then you have the music in Terrytown. Easily the worst part of Breath of the Wild.
Yes. But not just that. Like, even the memories, some of the memories,
other
especially
than the fact
interactions
that you can't pet the dogs.
With Urbosa and Daruk
Yeah.
are a little goofy in like that sort of strange like Japanese way.
Sure.
Like Urbosa's like, and then she like snaps her fingers, and you're like, I get it, I guess.
It's hard. It's hard to get past the whole Japanese culture thing. Wait, I mean, it's not hard for me personally. It's
racist.
It's hard for them to make the game feel universally nuanced as far as meta messages.
What do you mean by them, Peter?
No, the Japanese culture shows up in all of the games, and in fact, the more sophisticated the games get, the
more it tends to show up.
It is, yeah. But yeah, definitely. Bottom line, excited about the game, excited to play it right away when it comes out, and I don't know. I mean, I want to hear from you guys. We want to hear from you guys. Would that be a good thing to play on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the channel and press pause on the actual Breath of the Wild?
Whoa! I could see that actually working.
I don't know, for a month or two, or maybe until the prequel or the sequel comes out, or until we get tired of it or miss this game. I don't know.
I'll tell you one thing. We're probably going to make a how to play 2-player video about it.
Oh, that would be the first thing to do.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to pre-order, dude. I'm a little worried about because I think I want to get it physical.
Yeah.
Get a physical copy of it.
Okay.
I don't do that for a lot of the games on the Switch just because I got young kids. I let them play the Switch, so it's been really nice to not worry about them losing the cartridges.
Yeah.
Because I don't really worry about them eating the cartridges.
No.
What they should have done is made it smell bad too, so you could find it even if you lost it.
Or make it beep if you press a button on the case.
Or make it vibrate like they do with the Joy-Cons. Have you ever lost a Joy-Con and found it with that thing?
I have never lost a Joy-Con.
Okay, well, we lose them all the time because like a kid will use it and he's like, oh, I can't find my Joy-Con, and then we're like, okay. So what you do is you pull the tablet out. It's a really awesome deal. There's a Find My Joy-Con feature, and you push the button down.
Yeah.
It'll wake up any Joy-Cons that are nearby.
Yeah.
So this only works if it's got some battery in it, obviously, but wakes up any Joy-Cons nearby, and then you can push on the Joy-Con that's missing because they're all colored, right? So you can like tell which one is which. And when you push on it, it goes.
I have 4. They're all gray.
Okay, well then that's not going to help you.
This is such a spotlight on the differences in our personalities.
Yeah.
If I bought a third pair of Joy-Con, they would also be gray.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Dude, there's like yellow and Mario colors, and dude, that's one of the coolest things about it. It's kind of like customizable. But anyway, you push the button, you push it on the screen, so even if you only have the screen part of the Switch, you push the little thing and it goes when you push the thing down, so you can make it go like to like differentiate between different things.
That's pretty cool. And then you could press it once and hear what direction it's in and take a few steps and then press it again.
Yeah, and
instead of just pressing it once and then it does its thing for 30 seconds and you're hunting all around.
Also because
trying
of the fact,
to not let the battery die before you find it.
Yeah, also because of the fact that
wow.
jeez. Because of the fact that the Joy-Cons don't register from like super far away, it's actually kind of nice because like my house is kind of long.
Yeah.
So I can figure out where it is just based on it's like it can't find the signal for that one. So
right.
Like,
so it
must be in the basement.
Yeah, it's
or
not
it
in
must
this
be
area.
In the office.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, we like legitimately lost one for a while, and then I was like, wait a minute, why don't we just use the feature? And we found it within like 2 minutes.
Where was it?
It was buried in a weird couch cushion. Of course, we checked the couch cushions, but it was buried in a way that was not
right.
Ooh.
Dude, do you have any furry?
I don't want furry. I want to blow them up.
Blow me up before you go. You gotta blow up all the Bocobos. Look, check out that frame rate.
Oh, I'm out of bomb arrows.
That's okay. Bomb arrows. Well, we're not saving after this excursion.
I'm okay with that.
I need all 23 ancient arrows.
Question, story-wise,
right?
Where do you think it's going to start? Do you think it's going to start with Link training in the castle and then end with him dying in this field that I'm in right now?
I mean, there's enough that it could just be like like 2 days worth of story, like starting 3 days before Link goes into the Shrine of Resurrection. I don't know, like that last battle is gonna be epic enough that it could all be happening concurrently, all four. There might be 4 campaigns with the champions. Yeah. So I mean, I'm saying it could be a really brief amount of time, or it could span a significant amount of time.
I think knowing Dynasty Warriors, I really think it's gonna span a bit because they like to do a thing where there'll be multiple champions or multiple heroes in one battlefield. So my guess is they're going to do a lot of stuff where, they're probably going to, where you meet Mipha, you're going to meet Daruk, all that stuff is going to happen. Each of those times you meet a new character, they're going to Oh, I just shot 3 ancient arrows and got 3 guys.
Nice.
It turned into blue dust.
Well, and it only counts as 1. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do know that.
That's pretty rad. There was a time, I don't know if we put it on the channel, but we were shooting a 5 Lionel bow, and we were shooting ancient arrows like way up into the sky, like almost straight up, and then watching them come down, 5 of them come down. It was pretty cool. You're not shooting very straight up because of the fact that you're on horseback, but that awesome. Looks really rad!
It's raining ancient!
All right, Ted, so any closing thoughts on the upcoming Age of Calamity Hyrule Warriors game?
Yeah, I think my ultimate closing thought about it is that I'm really pumped for a legit Zelda canon Dynasty Warriors game. Like,
for sure.
The fact that they're gonna put all that together, Nintendo worked closely with the team over at oh shoot, I forgot the name of the company.
It's neat that they're giving their IPs to other.
Yeah, Nintendo
software.
has always kept them very close to the chest.
Right. But now they're starting to open up and trust a little more. They got better relationship with some of the indie developers, just third-party developers and stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be rad. I'm pumped for it.
And I think the game is probably going to end with Link dying here, and then Zelda, getting stuck in her coma too.
Yeah, this Hateno Fort, this is going to be probably the climax.
It's going to be awesome.
In the basement.